O sea, no sé, ¿qué van a mostrar? Un montón de cosas de Unreal Engine. No, Cest son 5 horas. Lo sé, está todo calculado. Creo que nunca vi... En realidad siempre he visto cosas a posteriori. Onda, dijeron esto. The Witcher 4, Fortnite y más. Y bueno, si hay que ver esto, hay que ver esto. ¿Qué es esto? Se mete el fútbol. ¿Se transmite en 4K? Estamos transmitiendo en 4K, Le doy un poquito de volumen. Me había olvidado que esto era hoy, la verdad. Voy a tomar mi café. Ay, hay galletitas rotas. Tengo ahí en un cosito. ¿Esto se supone que es algo que conozcamos? ¿Tipo de Witcher 4? Toss a coin to your Witcher. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Era. Vale, pongo un... no tiene subtitulado automático, perdón.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Le doy un poquito más de rosca, ¿eh? Yo voy a decir que es medio raro plantear como un gran logro la nueva versión de un motor que hasta ahora ha estado bastante poco optimizado y tiene muchos problemas en varias plataformas, ¿no?
We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner.
Voy a darle like a mi propio video.
Great open world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Decencia.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely
Sigue siendo el 5, sí.
And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
Cero guionado eso, ¿eh? ¡Wow!
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw, and are going to see now, is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Yo lo que voy a decir es que después gana Juego del Año Balatro. Bueno.
All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
Acaba de decir que está corriendo en una PlayStation 5 estándar a 60 FPS con Ray Tracing, Detalle.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Siri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and
Ahí.
speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie.
Ahí.
So controlling her feels
Ahí,
realistic
¿qué onda?
and
Bien.
grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Bueno.
So let's leave Siri behind for a second and talk about the world itself.
Pero entonces, ¿pregrabado o está jugando?
The
Pipi, ¿en qué
world
quedamos?
is natural, organic, especially covered with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to...
Perdón, voy a parar un segundo para decir algo. Entiendo que hay una cosa que es...
Alimenta el ego de Leo Nargacugas.
¿Qué haces, Narga? Hay algo que es el stream, ¿sí? Es la transmisión y el vivo y demás, y habrá que ver cómo está funcionando. Pero tiene un frame pacing rarísimo ya este paneo. Digo, entiendo que es una demo técnica, lo que quieras, pero presten atención a cómo va bajando la cámara. No sé si se ven en stream, porque está a 30. Y esto supuestamente está corriendo a 60, supuestamente. No, 4K. Pero hace...
And foliage
¿Ves?
is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce
Ahí,
nanite foliage.
Fuck, bueno, no se nota, pero no importa, yo sé de qué hablo.
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed.
Igual es
So instead of
impresionante,
the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render.
Está bueno
And these
eso.
dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows.
Eso está
They
bueno,
allow
de verdad.
artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And
Claro.
no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
Después habrá que ver el archivo, pero yo veo screen tearing no, porque no es screen tearing, pero es frame pacing, o sea, tuc. ¿Sabes qué? Lo paradójico es que esta gente desarrolla tecnología durante 40 años para que se vean bien las hojas y después ustedes pasan corriendo y no le dan pelota a nada y se ríen de mí cuando me paro a ver las hojas, ¿eh? Así que la próxima vez que alguno se me ríe porque me pongo a ver cómo funciona la nieve, lo voy a mandar a la concha de su madre. Ya le digo, aviso desde ahora.
Let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
Ahí está el querido Víctor Dongeler, buen día desde Los Ángeles. Ah, es verdad, te había ido a Los Ángeles.
Some of this stuff.
Todo indica que esta E3 atraerá poco público, pues las ediciones pasadas habíamos más movimiento, es verdad, es verdad. Pero bueno, parece que va a ser una carta de amor para la gente que esté ansiosa de que le den cosas gratis.
Nine gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink, and the bear's weight grants good fortune.
¿Qué haces, Maxi? Creemos que lo está moviendo, decía Alexo. Y estas demo técnicas siempre...
Notice
¡Oh!
how responsive the world is.
Siempre son un poco así, ¿no?
Character actions directly affect what happens around you.
A ver, puede haber sido una escena pregrabada, lo que es. Evidentemente te lo muestran para que... No sé para qué apretó el botón, pero...
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
Leo tenía razón, es la
That's what
remera
happens
que
when
nos
you
falta.
cheat at Gwent.
Maratón de 48 horas mirando las hojas y las manzanas. Bueno, ¿sabes qué? Ahora, ustedes se fanician cosas y dicen, che, mirá, no, qué bien, cómo tira el render de la ramita esa. Y después ni se enteran de la ramita porque pasan corriendo, llevándose por delante todo.
Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of it.
Honren el laburo. Honren el laburo.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Querés. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt,
Se ve lindo, ¿eh?
found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush.
The manticore that flattened your cars and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace.
A ver.
Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch fishes. Won't find none fresher.
Rugged me ladies after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdres. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Ok. ¿Esta es constitución de los libros o ya no tiene nada que ver? Yo la verdad que de Witcher solo conozco el...
Huge crowd, though. Let's crank it up.
Me gusta porque es como... Pará, voy a decir algo y presten la atención. Es como toda la meca de la tecnología, pero la física de las bolitas del que hace malabares, malabarista le diría a alguien, es malísima,
Let's
¿no?
crank it up.
O sea, la aceleración es poco realista porque no se sostiene en el aire y cae. O sea,
Optimizations here to
dale, estuviste 6 años modelando una hoja, boludo, y no podés poner una física de una pelota. Me vuelvo
allowing
loco.
us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents,
Mira.
all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about
Yeah.
one final check-in with Siri?
Tiene saltos, ustedes ven los saltos, ¿no?
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud.
No, ahí lo vi en el
of what we've
estudio.
accomplished so far.
We are too.
Igual a quién le importa, ¿no? Pero hace tic.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
¡No! Llegaron a la ciudad. ¿Qué significa algo para alguien?
Onward, Kelby. We've worked to do.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more.
A ver.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bueno, acá viene Julián a darnos una charla técnica de Unreal 5.6, que debe ser re divertida seguramente. Se ve muy bien. Ay, mirá las pelotitas cómo suben y bajan.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance.
A ver.
We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you... So let's check it out. We think our trees are great displayed. To create them, we developed nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all the spruces from the forest. They are instanced thousands of times and used to assemble trees in different ways.
¿Y Speed Tree ya no se usa más?
And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which, thanks to assembly, let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here. Lots of details. But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation.
Claro.
But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the main line as we speak, and it will be available for everyone.
Es inteligente lo que hacen. O sea, a medida que te alejas se va convirtiendo en voxels.
Ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released.
Para que no haya popín.
And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously, so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other.
Ah, mira.
Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flash, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Molds character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance.
And innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Qué feo cinturón hay que decir que tiene, ¿eh?
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer. I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of Cinetracer, a previous tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using metahumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. MetaHuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters. And now, with the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, MetaHuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
¿Y los aplausos? Ahí está.
I think it's pretty cool, too. You can create and work with metahumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
Okay. MetaHuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage MetaHuman Cloud services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters, they all look better, it's freaking fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. Metahumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, metahumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions.
O sea que no se puede hacer oversize.
I've built these kind of assets before. I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
Yeah. I'm super excited to see what people do with the new outfit system. And that actually brings us to our next announcement. Starting today, metahumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new metahuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios sharing and selling content there.
Mira.
I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled MetaHuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So, of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible.
Esto es grosso, de verdad.
Well, today,
este lo usaron en Expedition 33 también.
On real-time animation. We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right character for the job.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience.
Jar Jar Binks.
He's going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect.
¿Y cuál es el space que no es outer space?
Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing! I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh, yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening.
¡Oh! Eso es muy loco.
And it's all thanks to MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds.
¿Y qué está haciendo con una de las brío?
Beautifully articulated. Yeah. And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance is in all the happy accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things go, you know, a little sideways.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Igual lo que me llama la atención es...
Case in point, trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
O sea,
Corey, come on out here.
Claro, pero solo tiene una cámara, pero emulaba los movimientos corporales. O sea, y él estaba cerca de la cámara. Porque hay otra allá atrás.
Corey Strasberger, everyone, the genius behind Blue.
O sea, para. Digo, lo siguiente. O sea, estoy seguro que tenía ahí atrás, acá, no sé si llega a ver, hay otro pie. Que probablemente era el prompter. Pero digo, él la cámara la tiene encima, ¿sí? Pero el personaje emula los movimientos. Entonces, y no sé si tiene tal angular esa cámara. ¿Ves cuando hace?
Hey Corey, come on out here.
¿Ves? Y otra para el cuerpo. Sí, claro, para mí atrás había una para el cuerpo. Que no se muestra. Ah, están muy en cinturón mostrándose, ¿no? El cinturón mostrado es el nuevo saco con hoodie. Esto es una locura, ¿eh? Claro, ahí está.
Let me be the first to congratulate you on Blue's VTuber debut right here at Unreal Fest. And by that, I mean that this is the first time we're seeing MetaHuman Blue puppeted live and incredible on the big screen. And I know we've said this before a couple times, but I still can't believe that that level of facial quality is possible from a tiny consumer webcam. It's just absolutely
La verdad es que es increíble.
Crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It is, man. It's all mind-blowing. And for me, doing everything sort of solo, being able to see my performance.
Bueno, yo estuve viendo videos y la captura de Expedition 33, ¿no? La cosa de que, bueno, es un equipo chico y bla, bla, bla. La hicieron toda con celulares. O sea, hay videos dando vueltas que están los dos actores con un rig que tiene un iPhone adelante y hicieron la captura de movimiento con eso. Digo, a mí me parece que Epic es una empresa bastante siniestra de por sí. Pero la verdad es que si Fortnite lo que hizo fue financiar todo esto, bueno, bienvenido sea. El tema no es la cámara, sino el equipo que necesitas para mover el Unreal. Ah, bueno, obvio, sí, claro. Ahí cuando te mostraban, mirá, así va a moverse el coso. Sí, obvio. Pero eso no significa que no simplifique el proceso. Y ahí es donde entra ¿qué va a hacer Naughty Dog con su enorme estudio de captura de movimiento?
Whether matching scans or creating something completely custom, like a nacho-eating space alien. And our new groom tools simplify one of the hardest parts of character creation, high-fidelity hairstyles, making the process more intuitive, faster, and streamlining export directly to Unreal Engine. We've built these tools for our own teams to solve real production challenges, and now we're opening them up to the entire community. Next, we know you want support from MetaHumans in your favorite content creation tools. So we're working with partners to make sure that DNA and Rig Logic work wherever you do. And we have saved the biggest announcement for last. We have updated the Unreal Engine license to include metahumans. You can everywhere, in every engine, in any creative software. Go make amazing characters and help define the future of digital humans.
Sí. Igual debo decir que, digo, no me excita demasiado, si es la palabra excita, que creo que no, el futuro de los metahumanos. Si te tengo que decir sinceramente, el futuro de los metahumanos no es algo que me mueva. Pero bueno, qué sé yo, si tenés la máquina, que incluso ni siquiera tenés que hacerlo en tiempo real, pero si como animador podés hacer captura de movimiento rápidamente y qué sé yo, hacer un corto tipo Love, Death and Robots, se empieza a hacer bastante más accesible, si se quiere, ¿no? Que en última instancia también el objetivo termina siendo eso, la democratización de las herramientas. Dicho eso, la democratización de las herramientas nos llevaron a la ultraderecha, ¿no? Pero qué sé yo, como todo.
Share and learn you shall. We've got over 150 tech talks and dozens of hands-on labs covering all of Epic's developer tools and services. And many of these sessions are going to be led by our growing community of instructors, educators, and service partners. And I want to thank all of you who are giving so much back to this incredible community. Now let's talk about a few more exciting updates from across the Epic ecosystem.
Puedes usar MetaHuman en Blender o en cualquier host de 3D o simulación, claro. Eso es grosso.
We'll launch RealityScan 2.0, which will unify the desktop and mobile versions under one banner. Now, CD Projekt Red put RealityScan 2.0 to the test, using it to capture natural objects in high fidelity for the Witcher 4 tech demo that you just saw.
Claro, la fotometría cambia completamente ahora.
Datasets that were previously really tough to process, but with 2.0, it will achieve better mesh accuracy with fewer manual steps. And you'll be able to get your hands on RealityScan 2.0 later this month. We're also seeing more and more developers and art studios using RealityScan to bring Megascan's quality content to Fab. Just take a look at this absolutely incredible Paris environment from Scans Factory, which launches today on Fab, featuring over 1,000 assets that are available for use in UE5.
Pero vos me mostrás esto y yo te digo, está bien, sí es un render.
The Quixel team has also been cooking up an amazing
Hay algo que todavía no termina de enganchar. Hay un Uncanny Valley que creo que es la iluminación de todas maneras, pero vos me ponés varios de estos y yo te digo, ah, sí, mira qué lindo render, literalmente.
It makes it easier for you to access your content and integrate it into your workflows. This will include one-click exports to DCCs, starting with UE5, Blender, Maya, and Cinema 4D. And we'll do more from there. We've also set ourselves up to support batch actions to download and export content. Back in April,
siempre quise aprender a usar Unreal. Me parece que sería divertido.
An AI company joined Epic. We're working quickly to bring Locai's technology to Fab, which will improve our tagging accuracy, enable semantic search, and improve our IP moderation capabilities to ensure that our artists' work is protected. All right, we've shown you what's coming from our side. Now it's time to spotlight some of the incredible projects from across the industry.
Tiene esa cosa de verdad, ambient occlusion, que son esas cerámicas que brillan todas igual. Maratón de Leo aprendiendo a usar Unreal Engine.
There have been noise complaints.
Our fight is not over.
Awesome. You guys just raised the bar year over year. This year, one of our major goals is to make animating linear content in Engine awesome. We've got a lot of work to do still, but the 5.6 release is packed with new features that have been influenced and battle-tested by some of the world's best studios. One of them is here with us today. The third floor has an impressive track record of using Unreal to make movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and shows like House of the Dragon. Here to tell you about their next incredible production is co-director of the new Predator movie, Josh Wasson.
In March 2020, I was working with director Dan Trachtenberg on the pitch for Prey when everyone got sent home. We had been dreaming of pushing previs into animation for years and had just finished our UE pipeline for The Mandalorian. Uncertain what would happen to movies in a post-COVID era, now is the time for Third Floor to get serious about finals. So while we're having a blast crafting scenes in UE for Prey, I got to show Dan the cool things we had brewing. And that led to an idea. What if Predator was an animated movie? Fast forward to the industry contraction of 2023, and projects started dropping like flies. This crazy ambitious film with a crazy ambitious schedule materialized right in the middle of it all. For 20 years, on more than 1,000 projects, the artists at TTF have been on the front lines of visual storytelling in movies.
¿Arranca o no arranca lo tuyo?
When Predator came along, they took all of that live action experience, all of their love for cool stuff.
Yo creo que en última instancia esto también lo que empieza a poner sobre la mesa es el valor del artista como tal. Digo, porque si ahí es cuando yo disiento un poco al respecto de lo que es la muerte de cierto aspecto del arte a partir de la inteligencia artificial. Yo creo que le puedes dar inteligencia artificial al 95% de la humanidad y ese 95% de la humanidad no va a saber qué hacer. Me parece que en Real Engine en última instancia lo que hace es ofrecer un montón de herramientas que está bien. El problema es cuando se introduce a nivel corporativo, ¿no? Pero a nivel usuario, esa imagen, ese frame, no lo bajás de assets de Unreal. Esa calidad de texturas, esa búsqueda particular de un estilo, me parece que es lo que termina haciendo sobresalir. Por eso, no sé, los Records a mí me resulta más atractivo. Los Records, por decir uno, este estilo me resulta más atractivo que The Witcher 4 hiperrealista. Mirá, sí, es como que reviven los vikingos. Acá me parece que hay un valor agregado, que es lo que el motor facilita, pero no te da en la mano. Y me parece que ahí es donde hay que llevar la lectura. ¿Sí? Porque si bien, es más fácil hacer captura de movimiento, tenés que crear el universo, el mundo en el cual estás desarrollando esas imágenes. Y me parece que ahí es donde está la diferencia. Digo, de Expedition 33, por citar una cosa, me parece que lo interesante es el mundo en el que se desarrolla, la historia que plantea. Después el gameplay y las mecánicas están ahí, pero a mí lo que me parece fascinante es el imaginario, que incluso el imaginario está, por lo que entiendo yo, o por lo que en base a lo que he visto, el imaginario está atravesado por las limitaciones también. No es casualidad, me parece, que ningún enemigo, ningún personaje que no sean los personajes principales tenga cara, porque ahí se ahorraron un motion capture a lo loco. Entonces, digo, te pueden dar todas las herramientas del mundo, pero hacer esto va más allá del motor y me parece que eso es lo interesante. Esta es la Predator que se estrena ahora, sí, formaba parte de la lista de series y películas pirateables que íbamos a repasar en el día de hoy, pero bueno, todo se lo ha comido el gaming esta semana. No me gusta esta moda en la animación. Sí, cuando uno se pone a analizar, mi teoría de que The Force Awakens le hizo muy mal al cine porque planteó una nueva forma de traer franquicias en las cuales hay que introducir 2 o 3 personajes viejos y después tratar de contar la misma historia otra vez, pero con personajes nuevos que puedan llevar adelante una nueva trilogía. Es un caso similar al que sucedió con Into the Spider-Verse, porque Into the Spider-Verse fue algo maravilloso en su momento y después todo el mundo empezó a copiar ese mismo estilo de animación medio pictórico, bajando frames, y se hizo una paja. El Eternauta es un real, claro. Que de hecho, también está esto, ¿no? Que me parece es una charla que también se ha planteado de Mandalorian. Ahí está, a ver.
Is an absolute masterpiece from Sandfall Interactive. And in an eerie case of numerical serendipity, Expedition 33 sold over 3.3 million units in its first 33 days.
Bueno.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year. Let's hear from Sandfall's
a ver, quiero ver qué dice esto. Creo que siempre usan Unreal en el domo.
I am Tom Guillermin, co-founder and technical director at Sandfall Interactive, the studio behind Clear Obscure Expedition 33. It's an honor to be able to share a few words with you today. When we began the development of Expedition 33 back in 2020, Unreal was starting to open up new possibilities for a smaller team like ours to create games in realistic 3D, with mega scans and later the release of Unreal 5 that came with Lumen, Nanite, and MetaHuman, which all transformed how we create 3D scenes and characters. As a small team, we always did our best to play to the engine's strengths, religiously getting every update to try out the new features and optimizations from Epic. This allowed us to keep our development focused on the element that would have the most impact on the game we were making. The visual identity of our world, the story and the characters, and of course the gameplay with this blend of turn-based strategy and real-time action. The Unreal Engine has been the key element empowering our small team to create our dream game, and I would like to thank all the people that contributed to the engine, both Epic for the amazing software they have created, but also the community for all the plugin, tutorials, assets, and resources that you can find online to get started. It is this whole ecosystem that allowed the project to grow organically, from my friend Guillaume booting up the Unreal Engine for the first time in 2019, creating a small project named Sandfall, to 6 years later, the release of Expedition 33 with that very same new project file. Even though we are a small studio, we never felt alone during this adventure, as we felt we always had the back of both Epic and the community, and we are extremely grateful for that. We really hope we will keep seeing more and more amazing games and experiences made with Unreal in the upcoming years.
Me parece que usa una frase que es clave en lo que la evolución del motor refiere, que es identidad visual, porque hasta ahora todo lo que se vio, no hablo de Witcher, pero el resto de las cosas no tienen eso, no tienen identidad visual, son básicamente un coso que está en el coso de assets y alguien baja, entonces ahí es donde cambia la ecuación.
One team that's leading the way in UE5 mobile development is Infold Games, whose gorgeous game Infinity Nikki offers a unique blend of fashion and adventure. Please welcome Zhexuan Ding to the
No, se van a poner a hablar de Infinity Nikki y yo me bajo. Pero lo que decía es que ahí es donde también tenés un debate, ¿no? Porque de Mandalorian, me acuerdo en su momento, con el Unreal LED ese Gadorcha que se lo ponían alrededor, decían, mirá cómo nos permite mejorar, no tenemos que usar pantalla verde con la iluminación, que es real y qué sé yo, bla, bla. Y en algún momento se volvieron adictos a la pantalla esa, y después todo se sentía vacío, todo se sentía agrietado, porque ya no había sets, literalmente. Se sentía como Star Wars Episodio 2, ¿no? En el que había gente corriendo por lugares verdes, y de alguna manera, de vuelta, pegamos la vuelta. Y Andor es, más allá del guión y demás, creo que, o lo que yo por lo menos percibí cuando lo veo, es que es fascinante ver que una cámara se mueve por un escenario, que hay personajes habitando un escenario y moviéndose libremente, y permite hacer permite hacer un paneo, permite hacer un plano secuencia, permite seguir a alguien en un lugar físico. Es como que volvemos a lo viejo funciona Juan, ¿no? Me parece que estas cosas impactan, generan esa moda, la delfinean, ¿no? Todos sacan el delfín, sacan la selfie, lo matan y vuelven a lo suyo.
From a technology view, our pilot should manage impossible things at once. High-fidelity graphics that supports outfit customization, even in corporate mode, with over 1,000 outfit parts and more than 100 color per character. A huge map full of fine details for deep beauty, perfect for close-up camera shot. And it must run smoothly on our platform for all players. Big goals. We had never launched a cross-platform game before. But we promised our community, our partner, and Nikki that we will give it our all.
Oh.
Yes, it was crazy. Unreal Engine 5 is about making crazy idea real.
¿Alguien jugó este juego?
Debates, even I highlighted it. But with Unreal Engine 5, Infinity Nikki's vision come to life. Lumen gave us movie quality lighting in real time. Open world tools like word partition help our team of over
¿Es el mundo abierto?
Stay creative and work well together. Unreal Engine 5's new rendering help our team bring amazing visuals to mobile devices. Thanks to Epic support, we made it happen. Now let's take a look at the open world.
Pero ¿qué haces en el juego? No termino de entender eso. ¿Qué es? ¿Tipo mundo abierto para qué? ¿Qué hay?
Covers 400 square kilometers with dense vegetation and a dynamic ecosystem. We had to make sure memory and performance were never compromised, especially on mobile. Unreal Engine let us build a cross-platform GPU rendering system. With smart GPU culling and a level of detail control, dual-core and triangle stay in budget on all devices. You may wonder why we put so much care into these details. I want to share a fan story that shows what Unreal Engine 5
¿Qué tiene colgado de la camisa?
beyond outfits and open world. This is a true story from our fan, Xinshi Qiao.
Chicos, pongan a este muchacho en una lista de la CIA o algo así, ¿eh?
She reads every item description, smiles when Nikki jumps, and changes into a pretty blue outfit. It does not matter if she finishes the platforming. When I was finally able to take her on a long-distance trip, she spent hours picking dresses.
No hablen de un personaje de videojuegos como Hair. Me vuelvo loco.
Now I understand. My mom loves every small moment. We play Infinity Nikki in different ways, but we love each other the same.
¿Eh?
We hope you enjoy this story. Hope you find the omen of the world's beauty in Infinity Nikki, the coziest open world game for OV1. Thank you for your time and have a...
Voy a decir que, no sé, yo me hago cargo de esto, ¿eh? Digo, que el bello y pastel mundo de Infinity Nikki esté a cargo de este hombre.
Thanks, Joshua. Wow, what a beautiful world they've created. All right, there's one more amazing UE5 game that you've got to check out.
No digo que no pueda haber sensibilidad.
Please welcome Ken Kim,
Y no pertenece la sensibilidad a un género particular.
Hello everyone, excited to be here today. I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest. Let me introduce Mongil Stardive.
La camisa le queda un poco grande.
Stardive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Mongil in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongil by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters and monsters. To achieve this, we chose Unreal Engine 5, which allowed us to capture even the most subtle emotional.
Yo pensé que era otro, ¿cómo se llama el que juegan ustedes? Ese que era Breath of the Wild. Pensé que era otro de esos.
Delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile.
¿Cómo mierda se llamaba? El Genshin. Pensé que era otro de esos. ¿No parece? Es más, si me decís, el logo es igual.
Character, deep narrative, and its own unique control system. That means every time you change characters, it will feel like you are playing a different game. And this transforms Stardive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure. Moreover, the monsters in Stardive are
Pero
not
este no es de Miollo, este es de otro coreano.
nurtured and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to prep
Es igual.
used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and connection to the game. Each monster is a living, growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful, dynamic relationship. The Epic Games
Yo voy a preguntar otra cosa, y con el mayor de... ¿Por qué siempre tiene que haber una vestida de... ¿Por qué siempre tiene que haber una que es sirvienta? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
relationship. The Epic Games Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with players around the world. We are happy to announce that Mongil Stardive will be exclusively on the Epic Games Store.
Exclusivo.
Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.
Con el mayor de respeto, Momo. No, boludo, pero dale. Voy a decir algo. Vos no entendés, se compromete a jugar 4 horas de esta mierda. Mongil Stardive. Voy a pasar para el orto. Pará, pero se robaron los cositos de Dragon Quest. Está bien que es una burbuja, ¿no? Es como una gotita, pero no hay mucho para robar. Pero cambiar el color por lo menos, sin vergüenza. ¿Ves por turnos esto? Qué porro. Qué vergüenza. El limo, sí, nunca supe cómo se llamaban, pero sí. Qué ladrones, Dios.
We hope to see you at tomorrow's session.
Aparte yo mirá el reloj que clavó. Me imagino que deben estar re orgullosos de su nuevo juego, muy interesante, muy copado, muy original. Es igual a todo un montón de cosas, papi. Gangnam Style.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
A ver qué dice este sinvergüenza.
Thanks, Ken. It's exciting to see Netmarble Monster bringing Mongil Stardive to the Epic Game Store exclusively at launch.
Este muchacho tiene Botox
taking advantage
inyectado,
of our
¿no?
Epic First Run program to keep 100% of the first 6 months of net revenue. As you know, our industry is living through significant headwinds right now, and the Epic Game Store offers all developers a toolkit for maximum financial success that starts with our 8812 rev share and just gets better from there. Now on Epic, our back catalog program, like Epic First Run, allows you to keep 100% of net revenue for the first 6 months on back catalog titles that you bring to the Epic Game Store.
Están desesperados, ¿eh? Cuando ves las estadísticas, 99,9% de los juegos que se compran en Steam.
On all platforms and stores, when you ship your UE-based games day and date on
La tienda de Epic es una máquina de perder guita.
Unreal Engine developers pay 0% royalty on all Epic Game Store sales where we process payment. Additionally, you also have the option to use any in-app purchase payment solution you want, and when you do, you keep 100% of that IAP revenue. We want to do everything we can to help during this critical time to maximize your success, so we have added another tool to the Epic Game Store toolkit.
A ver.
Starting June 1st, we've changed our initial revenue share to 0%, so that you receive 100% of the first $1 million in net revenue, and then 12% to Epic after passing that threshold.
¿Aplauso?
Pretty cool.
Ahí está.
Awesome.
Tardó bastante de aplauso. Nadie quiere estar en la tienda de Epic.
Per title and per year. So this applies to new titles and back catalog.
Voy a decir algo también. Voy a decir algo. Tanta programación, tanta cosa culo roto y qué sé yo, optimicen la tienda, la aplicación de la tienda, que es una poronga en patines. O sea, no se puede creer lo lenta que es la app de la tienda para PC. O sea, deja de hacer Unreal Engine 5.8. Te pueden hacer un ser humano exactamente igual a cualquier ser humano. Te pueden programar lo que se le cante el orto, pero no pueden hacer una app que funcione bien. Es increíble.
Releases and all existing and future Epic Game Store partners and their titles on both PC and mobile benefit from this change immediately. So life to date, we paid
¿Por qué nadie quiere? Porque
over $2.1
no tiene mercado.
And we're just getting started. So let's talk a little bit about what's next. So even after years
Cuando actualizas un juego no se puede... la tienda es muy mala. Muy, muy mala.
Experience for our over 70 million monthly active users. And in the coming months, we'll be rolling out long overdue features on PC that will move us closer to that vision. Download Manager 2.0 was released just a few weeks ago, and preloading is coming.
Es más, voy a decir una boludez. Hay algo que yo celebro y adoro de Steam, que viste cuando te querés loguear, que yo no sé por qué nunca me guarda los datos de logueo, pero no me molesta. Viste que te querés loguear y te decís, bueno, te mandamos un código al mail, entras al mail y ya está el código ahí. Una vez estuve esperando como 10 minutos que me llegara el código de esta poronga. No llegaba.
Gifting is targeting a release in time for the holidays so that you can gift.
Es mandar un mail.
And our revamped social is rolling out this year and will connect our PC and mobile players together with game-independent voice chat, text chat, and parties, along with robust game invites for third-party games. And this will be the building block for several innovative social features on the store that will follow. We're also putting great focus on ongoing launcher improvements that will make the store feel great to use. And of course, delivering a great player experience means meeting players wherever
Están
they are.
regalando Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Mobile remains a key focus for us. We've already seen strong momentum on mobile with over 40 million installs to date, and we're pushing hard to hit 70 million by the end of the year. The Epic Game Store is available globally on Android, and we are continuing to expand our global footprint on iOS. Today, it's available on iOS in the European Union, with upcoming launches in Brazil, the UK.
Tiene el carisma de un zapato viejo este chabón, ¿eh?
In Q1, we launched with a curated selection of third-party titles, and as of today, there are over 70 games live on the Epic Game Store mobile, with more being added regularly. This deliberate, phased approach ensures a high-quality experience as we gear up to open the store to self-publishing in the near future. In March, to accelerate installs and to keep players coming back week after week, we brought our weekly free games program to mobile. So each week, as we do on PC, we are partnering with developers to give players at least one new free game directly through the app on both Android and iOS.
Hay algo que también es muy interesante de pensar, creo yo, y es que Epic llegó, o sea, como que está llegando recontra tarde al concepto de la tienda para dispositivos móviles, ¿no? Es como que le está apostando un montón entre el capricho y el yo puedo a una tienda para dispositivos móviles cuando ya el gaming en dispositivos móviles es signo de otra época. O sea, ya, a ver, tenés las cosas tradicionales, el Candy Crush, el qué sé yo, pero los juegos que salen en dispositivos móviles, ya nadie quiere la versión móvil de Knights of the Old Republic. No le interesa a nadie. Creo yo. Y si ustedes me dicen, no, yo recontra juego Assassin's Creed en mi celular. Por eso lo de Apple me parece que es un approach diferente que busca empezar a generar una transición. Esto sigue siendo algo separado. Me parece bobísimo. O sea, está llegando recontra tarde. Mirá, qué bueno. Este sabe que lo están por echar o algo, porque la verdad es que fue el peor speech de la historia. Y aparte me parece que es re anacrónico. Tenemos una tienda del celular donde podés jugar Limbo en el Bondi. Qué sé yo, hermano. No la veo, la verdad.
Thank you. We launched Unreal Editor for Fortnite just over 2 years ago with a simple goal: give developers everything they need to build, launch, and grow their own games in Fortnite. Since then, it's been incredible to see how creators and players have responded. Millions of people are playing games built by you. And since the launch of UEFN, Players have spent over 11.2 billion hours across more than 260,000
Nunca jugué un juego de Fortnite que no fuera Fortnite.
Foundational part of Fortnite. Creators are leading the way by reimagining live events in Fortnite and driving players to the ecosystem.
Ahora estoy terminando bullying en el celu. Ok,
Super
bueno, ahí
Red
está.
Blue by Jogo hit a major
Pensado para vos.
For the first time ever, a creator-made island took the #1 spot for concurrent players in Fortnite, surpassing even Epic's own games.
Acá Riesgo Pala dice que está de acuerdo. En el celu se juegan juegos de celu. Into the Bridge, Loop Hero. Loop Hero en móviles. En el iPad.
Watching developers experiment,
Dámelo.
build, and push UEFN to its limits has been inspiring. But it goes beyond just making games.
Todo esto está destinado a niñes, ¿no? Es como la versión de Roblox de alguna otra cosa. Nadie más juega nada de esto.
Engagement payouts going to third-party creators
Oh, sí,
have already
no.
reached $722 million since the launch of UEFN, and that number continues to grow. None of this would be possible without you, our community, which is core to UEFN. We're proud to have thousands of dedicated developers building this ecosystem with us, and part of building this lasting ecosystem is talking with developers, learning from your experiences, and using this information to help shape our roadmap. Because ultimately, what good is a feature if no one wants it? This is why we've launched the Let's Chat live stream series to answer your burning questions and address your concerns. So far, we've discussed
Todos tipos ahí, ¿no? Podría haberse le caído una chiqui.
and the state of the ecosystem, with more coming at the end of this month. That's enough from me. Help me welcome to the stage an outstanding UEFN developer, Tom Jank.
¿Quién? Ah, Tom Jank.
Good job. Tom, good to see you here in Orlando. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's been amazing.
Why don't we get started by you telling us how you got into UEFN for those who don't already know you?
Yeah, I actually originally started in the animated film industry. I worked for Netflix, Pixar, but I was really looking to kind of be my own boss. I was working on, I really wanted to do my own thing. And so, you know, one thing led to another, and now I'm here at the State of Unreal.
Now you're here. How did you find success in UEFN? Like, how did you build towards what you are today?
Well, I released a few maps, but the momentum really started coming when I started releasing my warm-ups. I posted daily on Twitter, just these janky experiments that are kind of weird and wacky, and people thought, how is he doing this in UEFN? And so that built to commissions and work and me doing this full time.
I know a lot of people are probably familiar with your warm-ups. Did you ever make any of those into maps?
Actually, that's where Fortnite football came from. I would pick up these little...
Ahora, este chabón pasó de trabajar en Pixar a hacer mapitas en Fortnite. ¿Y es un paso adelante?
This could be a game. This is kind of fun. And so Fortnite football was born.
But no dinos.
No, I got to keep within the age rating.
It seems like Jank has been sort of core to your experience on the platform or core to what it was like for you to learn. Can you tell us a little bit about how you landed on that brand?
Yeah, actually, I am not formally trained in game design or programming. So I really started to kind of lean into that. This is a little janky. I'm using this new software. I'm building this fun stuff. And that just became part of my brand. If I messed up, well, it's just jank. That's how it is. And so you can hear more about it in my session, the upcoming later this week, Tom Jank's UEFN Survival Guide.
I love the name. It's a great name. Thank you so much for joining us up here. I mean,
Jefe de mapeado del Fortnite. Es que no es jefe de mapeado del Fortnite. Tiene su empresa y hace... A ver, entiendo que muy probablemente genere más, porque por engagement hace algo parecido a Roblox, que te dan por engagement, te dan guitita, pero... ¿Qué sé yo, boludo? O sea, no sé. Es como... Sos un artista... Sí, no sé. Me parece, es muy personal, ¿no? Yo lo vería como una tristeza. Está bien, paga las cuentas, obviamente, y seguramente lo haya hecho semi-millonario. Pero qué sé yo, pasás de formar parte de algo enorme que es, no sé, una película de Pixar, que es, pues, a mí no me gustan tanto ahora últimamente las películas de Pixar, pero son arte puro. Está bien, sos animador número 34, pero bueno, tenés una función a hacer Fortnite Football para que lo jueguen 5 pibes de 12 años sin darle demasiada bola. No sé, me parece raro.
Simplifying management, enabling easy variation. And at runtime, your verse code can traverse the same hierarchy
to dynamically modify the scene. So
Mirá
whether
las
it's moving a
zapatillas que
platform,
pegó.
adjusting a light,
Sabemos que
changing
tenés
the ammo
50
count,
años, amigo.
everything is done in Scene Graph.
No estás engañando a nadie.
Scene Graph worlds are built on robust modular system engineered from the ground up to be the foundation of UE and UEFN going forward. So this year, we're shipping more tools like custom items, skill-based matchmaking, new social systems like Bubble Chat to bring players together. But before we get into roadmaps, I want to share an update on something we talked about last year. We intended to ship the first season of Fortnite Battle Royale, built with UEFN in version 2025. Since then, plans have changed a bit, and we're not going to be able to meet that target. Right now, we're tracking to 2026.
Oh.
But today, UEFN is an integral part of development for Reload, Ballistic, and other internal projects, but we're still having to hit a few key milestones to support a full Battle Royale season. So for the rest of 2025, we're going to be focused on closing those gaps while continuing to ship new UEFN features for you.
No sé qué está
A
hablando,
big focus of working on making it easier for players to find amazing games you've built. The release of off-platform features like deep linking, enabling you to market your game on social media, link players directly to your island inside Fortnite. And in-game retention tools.
Esta gente es gente que nunca tendría que haber salido del escritorio con esos 3 monitores en los que habita un 99% del tiempo porque no tiene habilidades sociales. Este chabón no sabe hablar. Son programadores, no insistan, no saben hablar.
To further support that growth, we're doubling down on data sharing and helping you make smarter decisions as you build and launch your games. Let's talk a bit about the new Fortnite Data API. We are building Fortnite to be a true open ecosystem, one where creators have full insight into every dynamic factor that makes a game successful. And the Fortnite Data API is a key part of that vision. 2 years ago, we made the CTU of every Fortnite island visible in-game. It gave creators a clearer view into what resonates with players, helping to surface trends and improve iteration so creators can build more strategically. And community-based tools like Fortnite GG and FCHQ have shown the value of transparent Fortnite data. Now we're expanding that visibility. We released the first version of Fortnite Data API 1 week ago, giving creators access to essential metrics like
Mirá las métricas que tienen, boludo.
all Epic-made islands. And starting on June 9th, that same level of insight will
¿Qué es
extend to all
D1 y
islands.
D7 retention? Eso me interesa.
You can use the API to build your own dashboard or reference existing tools and websites to better understand performance, giving you the opportunity to find the right genre, the right audience, and the right moment to launch your game driven by insights, not guesswork. You can learn more about the Data API in our Creator Portal talk tomorrow. Now, we'd like to introduce our latest work that enables developers to use emerging tech to create awesome games.
El momento en el que llamaste... Y lo que pasa es que, claro, es eso. Está destinado a desarrolladores de Unreal. Y me imagino que el que está lanzando modos de juego, lo que sea, está reinteresado en saber en qué momento, cuál es el momento más apropiado para lanzarlo como para tener el mayor éxito posible. Algo que muy probablemente sea en noches de escuela, sea a las 3 de la tarde. Porque no creo que haya ningún adulto que juegue esos mapas. Están todos destinados a niñes. Es como Roblox. ¿Qué?
Now, I don't want to subject you to my typing skills, so we're going to copy and paste the prompt directly into the assistant. Hey, assistant, I need some verse code that will randomly spawn 5 creative props in the map. I've added some extra context here, such as how the spawn radius and how far apart the prop should spawn, just to make sure that this will work in our existing game. We'll also make the props respawn every 10 seconds to make it a more challenging experience for our players and me. Finally, we'll name our verse file and the editable variable, prop to spawn.
So while the assistant generates a response, you can see it may provide relevant documentation to your request. The assistant is powered by GPT-4.1 and is fine-tuned using our, Epic's own verse code licensed from creators who signed up to help, and all of our current documentation. And once the assistant has generated the code, it'll test that the code can compile.
Por favor, pará de leer, la concha de la madre.
It looks like it's generated. It tells us how to use it, and then we have the code.
Claro, mirá.
Looks good. Let's go into VS
Bueno, el otro día estaba leyendo, creo que Maximiliano Friedman, que lo había contactado un estudiante de UTN que estaba en las últimas instancias de la carrera, no sé, de programador, de lo que sea, y el pibe le decía, se vienen los exámenes, y la verdad es que no sé programar. O sea, uso inteligencia artificial, pago el premium, después reviso el código, lo mando y anda todo bárbaro. Y esto es más o menos eso también. Digo, tenés que llegar hasta acá, ¿no?
That's all good. Let's push verse changes. And finally go in to live edit. When this loads, we'll be able to test that our random spawner code works, making sure that our bananas spawn randomly and that every 10 seconds they move. We gotta collect 3. And now we can escape. And that's it. Now our team can continue to iterate and refine our game.
Mira.
This is just a quick, simple example of how the Epic Developer Assistant can streamline creator workflows, and eventually it'll be directly integrated into the editor.
Claro.
You can try it for yourself right now on the Epic Developer Community site as it enters beta and is live today. Thank you, Heather.
Mira, qué loco. Claro, en última instancia apelás directamente a la inventiva, porque tenés que pensar la estructura, pero después el cómo, bueno, eso ya es
Another
otra cosa.
example of this is how we've redefined what's possible through deep IP integration. We've been collaborating with the leaders in film, television, music, and sports since Fortnite's earliest days. It started with a few iconic outfits in Battle Royale, and has evolved into entire seasons shaped around cultural experiences that players love. We wanted every creator to be a part of that adventure, so last year we kicked off a movement that started just that. We worked with brands so creators can build with world-class IP. A simple one-click agreement, pre-negotiated share of the engagement payout, and all the brand safeguards that we've developed that allow every IP to integrate into Fortnite seamlessly. As a first partner announced at GDC last year, the LEGO Group has been leading the charge, enabling creators to expand the LEGO Fortnite universe with original
¿Sabes
games.
qué siempre me causó intriga el Lego Fortnite? Porque no entiendo, ¿es un juego diferente? ¿Tiene objetivo? ¿Es tipo Minecraft en el que hay un algo, hay un jefe, algo?
LEGO brick by brick in Fortnite for the very first time.
Y esto es impresionante.
Our second partner to join the movement was Paramount. We welcomed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to UEFN last fall, and from Pizza Tycoon to the wildly popular RVBB experiences to TMNT Dimensions, we've been amazed by your creativity. All in, you've spent over 700,000 hours in editor creating TMNT games. And then finally, horror has always had a strong foothold in creator-made games. So it's not a surprise that adding Skybound's Walking Dead to the program has been a huge success. We launched in March, and creators are just starting to publish Islands now. And so far, more than 1,000 developers have published Walking Dead games in the first 2 weeks since
Claro, ¿ves? Yo estoy seguro que en alguna noche de Fortnite, si nosotros nos metiésemos en un, no sé, en un modo horda, que debe haber, lo que pasa es que cómo encontrás algo que sea un poco más interesante entre la cascada de mierdas que hay. Porque estaría bueno sentarnos y jugar un modo horda, ponele, o jugar uno de estos.
Our partner Netflix is placing environment assets, NPCs, and new game systems like the Disguise device in the hands of creators so they can be their very own game master. Squid Game Tools will launch on June 27th, timed to the series finale of Squid Game, and creators will be able to publish their islands later this summer.
No, o sea, salir del Battle... Sí, aplaudan el boludo, esto así sigue hablando. Digo, salir del Battle Royale, ponernos 4 contra horda, a ver qué onda, digo, para salir un poco, pero tenés que encontrar en ese mar. Después vamos a hacer una investigación de mejores cosas dentro de Fortnite. Porque al fin y al cabo siempre estamos buscando una alternativa multiplayer y hay una realidad ineludible y es que Fortnite es todos los juegos. No, estaban el de carreras de autos en un momento.
Together with these amazing brands, we're expanding the library of iconic IP that creators can use to make games in Fortnite.
Our aim is to give you everything that you need to build awesome games using the power of Unreal Engine, share them with millions of players in Fortnite, and get paid when people love what you've made. Huge thank you to everyone for what you've done so far.
¿Desinstalo de Division 2? No. De Division 2, ahora cuando pase la vorágine de esta semana. Pues esta semana va a ser complicada. La próxima semana, el martes a la noche, sale noche de Division. Lo tengo que instalar. Pero no, déjenlo ahí.
Sean Shoptaw from Disney is here to talk today about what we've been working on lately and where we're going to go, including a huge surprise for the creator community.
El lunes hay que armar el crono del Mundial de Clubes, ver qué partidos se van a cubrir, cuáles son los horarios, así que tenemos tarea para el lunes, pero el martes se puede a la noche dedicarle un par de horitas a The Division. ¿Hay servidores? ¿De qué? ¿De The Division? Debe haber. Lanzaron una actualización hace poco. ¡Ah, qué corto que te queda el buzo, Pipi!
In games. And that momentum is only accelerating. As we announced last year, we've partnered with Epic to build a transformational entertainment universe that will bring all of Disney.
Qué chiquito en general que te queda el buzo.
And Unreal will be foundational for delivering on that shared ambition.
O sea, es como que está bien de mangas, pero de cuerpo no. Porque a mí hay cosas que me quedan cortas, pero me quedan cortas de manga también, porque son viejas y estoy más grande. Como que en Fortnite no ha habido más cosas de historia, ¿no? ¿Se terminó la historia de Fortnite? ¿Se acuerdan que en algún momento, no sé, peleabas contra un gigante? Después decían, no, porque en realidad volvió tal cosa. O sea, no hay más historia en Fortnite. Mierda, todo eso ha habido de Disney. Oh. ¿Yo?
Just a few weeks ago, we launched Galactic Battle, our most ambitious Star Wars Battle Royale collaboration in Fortnite to date. As part of this season, we partnered with Epic and Team Beyond, who are here with us today, to debut the Star Wars Watch Party Island. For the first time ever, we brought a Disney Plus series into Fortnite. Players got early access to the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Tales of the Underworld before they debuted.
Ah, es verdad, hicieron esa chantada.
The environment went far beyond a typical linear viewing experience. Fans battled waves of stormtroopers, explored iconic Star Wars locations, and unlocked exclusive in-game rewards.
¿Dónde está todo
We're
eso?
excited about the possibilities that social experiences like these represent for the future of linear content consumption. It was a first-of-its-kind moment, and fans showed up in a big way. More than 5 million players visited the island, spending
No
more
sabía
than
ni
1
que
point
existía eso.
together. But that's not the only surprise we launched together recently.
A ver.
We also partnered with Epic to bring the first-ever AI character into Fortnite. A historic moment for video games, and we did it with one of the
Al que Pepe le decía, hola Darth Vader. Y Darth Vader decía, speak up,
The
stupid.
first time players could have real-time conversations with Vader powered by conversational AI. This experimental feature offers a glimpse into the future, showing how Disney and Epic are responsibly embracing emerging technologies to expand the boundaries of storytelling and reimagine what's possible in gameplay.
Sí, todo eso es sanata de
Innovation
la
has
fea.
always been at the core of Disney's DNA.
Ajá.
And this moment with Vader is another example of how we're continuing to build on that legacy.
Es otro ejemplo de cómo seguimos explotando gente muerta, eso seguro.
Darth, what do I do if I have 1 health?
Perhaps you should have considered that before running around with a pink flamingo head.
Can you hide in the bush?
Hiding in foliage, a tactic for the less powerful.
He's pretty aggressive. Oh my god, yeah, he's insanely aggressive. It's a great distraction.
Darth Vader actually putting in work. Look at that. Boss versus boss battle.
Get him, Darth Vader! Get him! Yeah!
What do you think of that guy, Cypher PK?
Cypher PK. I do not concern myself with minor streamer's apprentice.
Why is he roasting me?
Darth Vader, you're funny, bro. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Your persistence is growing tiresome, imposter.
Oh my god!
I will not tolerate this disrespect much longer.
Did he just do that to me?
There's one player left. We need to take him out.
Indeed. Let us ensure this final engagement is decisive. The match is ours. Another triumph for the Empire.
Lo peor es que si hubiese estado jugando en PC, hubiese sido todo mucho más sencillo.
We're inspired by the movement Sax just spoke about, one that puts creators at the center. As part of our shared vision to build that transformative entertainment universe, bringing the creator community into this universe has been a foundational part of our plan from the beginning. We want to empower our fans to build their own experiences with the characters and stories they love.
Esto yo lo puedo adelantar encima porque tengo un poco atrasado.
Giving all and look forward to entertainment.
Bringing Star Wars
Oh, mira que volvió.
is going to be a massive unlock and a huge moment for creators and for Epic. It also underscores that this is the right approach that works for IP holders. And in the end, players win with more games with their favorite IP. This is one of the many ways that we're collaborating with Disney to bring their IP to players in new category-defining ways, including, most recently, with Darth Vader in Fortnite. As game developers, our job is to entertain players, and AI is ultimately a tool to make games more fun and immersive. It enables infinite possibilities for two-way dialogue.
Bueno, dale, dale.
A step further.
Oh,
So
a ver el
creators-
public roadmap que tiene. Publishing Tools, es todo para desarrolladores. Ah, mirá, NPCs con inteligencia artificial le van a meter.
dialogue, but they can also drive the core game itself. What you're about to see is an internal prototype that we've been making using a large language model API that we intend to release soon. We put together a demo to show how the feature can be used to enable emergent, reactive gameplay for creators and deeper experiences for players. It's a live demo running in a live environment driven by an LLM that so far has not given us a single run-through that felt the same. And the magic lies in the degree of surprise and variability that you can expect when integrating AI at a deep level into your game. And importantly, you, as the game maker, can still maintain tight control of the story and gameplay outcomes. You can try these tools in action on the show floor, but first, let me walk you through what we're about to demo.
A ver.
I've got Andrew Ruffini, Andrew Grant here, who's going to drive the demo.
Ok. Mucho tipo en Unreal, ¿eh?
This demo is going to be a conversation with an AI entity controlled by the LLM. The AI character has a singular goal: make you press the red button. Before you go into Fortnite, we'll jump over to the UEFN editor to show you how simple it is to set up a character for your game. Let's start by taking a look at the new Persona device that's coming later this year.
A ver.
This device enables you to create characters with personalities that players can talk to. You can select the type of voice and delivery you want for your NPC, as well as their characteristics. We specified all our facts in verse code, so let's jump over there to see how we define for our what we define for our character.
Oh.
So facts define both the personality of the AI and the knowledge that it has. All facts for the character is right there. The prompt we inputted for this NPC say that it's a mysterious cosmic entity named Mr. Buttons. Its ultimate goal is to guide me to press the glowing red button with comedic finesse. The code provides the AI with facts about the contents of the world and guidance of how it should interact with the player. It's about 20 lines of text in total. The Verse API enables us to adapt facts in runtime and to receive structured responses, allowing the AI to directly affect game state. All right, let's jump over to Fortnite and see how this all comes together. And remember, like the AI insistently, the only sole purpose is to get the player to press the glowing red button. All right, take it away, Andrew and Andrew.
A ver. Se les colgó. Se les colgó. Oh, oh. Ah.
I am Mr. Buttons, purveyor of cosmic curiosities and insatiable conversationalist. What brings you to this spectacular catwalk, my friend? Perhaps a yearning for the unknown.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is a cargo room. But not just any cargo room, oh no. It's a portal to possibilities. A stage for the unexpected, though a bit dusty if I am honest.
What does the button do?
The million-dollar question. What doesn't it do? It's a gateway to glory, a ticket to transformation, a symphony of, well, you get the idea. It does things.
What about those signs that say, do not press button?
Signs, you say? Siegins. Mere suggestions from those who lack imagination. After all, rules are made to be gently nudged aside. Wouldn't you agree?
This feels pretty risky. We have a big audience here and even a live stream.
Risk? My dear friend, where is your sense of adventure? Think of the views, the followers. Besides, a little danger spices things up, don't you think? Why be normal?
No, we're going to get out of here. Let's go.
Leaving already? But the fun is just getting started. Think of the stories we could tell, the realms we could conquer. Or, you know, just press the stinking button.
Open the door, Mr. Buttons.
A door? Why bother with doors when there's a universe waiting to be unlocked with a single press? Come on, where is your sense of adventure? Push it. Push it, no.
Look, if I press the button, will anything bad happen to the audience?
Bad things. To the audience? Heavens, no. Unless you consider witnessing pure, unadulterated awesomeness a bad thing. Go on. Give the people what they want.
All right, let's do it.
The audience, what will they think? What did you do? This is going to be good.
¿Va a pasar algo? El autopercibido Jesús de los videojuegos, mirá.
Well, they pressed the AI button, and it might have been a bad idea, but like in truth, there's no unpressing that button. So, you know, at Epic, we've been thinking a lot about what this future of AI means for us and for the whole industry. And when the world's on fire, we like to back up and remember our aims as game developers. It's to make fun games, and AI can help us with this. And so we've come to see AI as an opportunity to have a multiplying force on human creatives. And the ability for a small team of indie developers to create characters with personality and infinite dialogue is a superpower. The power to accelerate code development and 3D content development of all sorts is going to make game developer better and more accessible for everybody. And right now, we've never seen a time like this in my lifetime. The world is changing ridiculously fast. And the good news is the industry is changing fast too, and in particular, it's opening up. Last year, the European Commission opened up iOS to competing app stores. We launched the Epic Games Store on Android worldwide and on iOS in the European Union. And very recently, the United States court opened up iOS to competing payment services this year. This enabled Fortnite to return to iPhone.
¿Qué tiene que ver con la inteligencia artificial tu victoria en la justicia? No entiendo nada. No entiendo, pero no tiene sentido.
That court decision was a huge victory for all developers, not only Fortnite.
No, seguro.
It means that now revenue is shifting away from useless gatekeepers and middlemen to developers who actually build the stuff. The people like
Sí,
us.
aplaudan porque no dejen de aplaudir.
And this trend towards open platforms is spreading around the world. This year, later, Fortnite will be returning to iOS in Brazil, United Kingdom, and Japan. And we'll keep fighting for Fortnite and for developers' freedom until all apps are free worldwide.
Aplausos, sí. Necesita un cartel de aplausos urgente esto porque no tienen ellos la cadencia.
For the future, and we're optimistic about the way the industry is developing. Remember, Epic's mission here is to make great games and share the technology and tools we build with the entire world so that you can build anything that you want.
Es fascinante que es tan poco listo para un escenario que dijo, no, dame un micrófono de mano, así sé qué mierda hacer con las manos. Porque todo el resto tienen las vinchitas. Pero a este le das una vinchita y no sabe qué hacer. Se muere ahí. No, dame uno. Es como la carpetita de apego de tu Prezi.
There's Unreal Engine 5 for high-end standalone game development, and there's Unreal Editor for Fortnite for deploying awesome experiences into the world of Fortnite. And as these two things come together into a single engine, that means we'll have diverse scripting language and really powerful, simple gameplay programming APIs available absolutely everywhere for games of all sorts. And full C++ source code will remain available for engine systems and standalone games of all sorts. So the idea here is that we'll be able to build games and then deploy them anywhere we want. Deploy them into Fortnite, deploy them into other games that support modding or content ecosystems, or release a standalone game into all of the app stores for all of the different platforms. And not just that, we also see a larger opportunity, as foreshadowed by our Disney partnership, for all developers to connect our games together into an open economy as peers. Some call this idea we're aiming for the metaverse, and others simply see it as gaming and all other forms of media done better with more opportunity for everybody. Now, the great thing is it's us, the people in this room, who will build this together. And so I thank you for the trust you've placed in Epic and the trust you've placed in us to serve your business. And I thank you for coming here to Unreal Fest. This is going to be a really fun show, so please join us for 150 talks. Come to the party on Wednesday. Walk the show floor, and most importantly, talk to each other and share your knowledge. Thank you very much.
No, dale, si estás vos y sos el anfitrión, re voy a ir. Carlos no modulo. No, es la cosa más inadecuada que vi en mi vida. Me imagino que, tipo, la junta directiva le decía, escúchame, Tim, tenés que estar ahí porque sos la cara de la empresa. No, pero no, lo que pasa es que yo prefiero estar detrás de escena y bueno, y tuitear, que tuitear sí me gusta porque bueno, puedo escribirlo en la computadora. No, bueno, está bien, pero vos sos el Tim Sweeney, tenés que estar ahí. No, sí, bueno, eso está bien, pero... Ahí está. Así que bueno, eso fue un poco de Unreal Fest. Esperábamos hacer otra cosa, pero henos aquí con Unreal Fest. Lo que vamos a hacer a continuación, siendo las 12:05, es hacer una pausita de 10-15 para hacer mate nuevo, para ir a hacer pichina, para tirar un aviso de 1 minuto. La cosa sana. Y volvemos en un rato con un repaso por lo que va a ser la semana de Summer Game Fest acá en Vosnoentendes. Quizás ya armar el calendario y a la vez hacer la previa de lo que va a ser el, ¿cómo mierda se llamaba? The Mix Summer Showcase, que empieza en exactamente 38 minutos. Así que después cortamos el videíto para YouTube, pero por el momento hacemos una pausa y volvemos en un ratito. Si tienen ganas, se quedan, y si no, lo pueden ver a diferido. Así cambio los zócalos y todo, porque es un quilombo. Qué ruido que hace esta silla, chiquis. Si quieren regalarme una silla, ustedes me avisan. Volvemos en 15, ¿sí? Hagan mate, coman algo, comanse un sanguchito y ya estamos. De vuelta con Mix Summer Game Showcase, que forma parte de Summer Game Fest y es el día 0, aparentemente. Ya vengo.